Well, good morning, y'all. Jesus is Lord. You know, you can always go to the Word because you know it works. I want to go to the 17th chapter of the Gospel of Luke today. The disciples had been walking with Jesus, watching the things that he did, caused the blind eyes to see, caused the deaf ears to open, even raise the dead, feed 20,000 people on a few fishes and loaves, speak to the fig tree and it just wither away. They'd been watching Jesus use his faith and seeing the miracles that took place while he was using their faith. And so they came to him in verse 5 and they said, Lord, increase our faith. Now watch. I'm going to translate that for you. Lord, give us more faith. They were seeing what Jesus did by faith and they wanted to do what Jesus did with their faith. Well, Jesus' answer there, and we'll be on it in a couple of days, profound answer. He didn't say, okay, I'm going to give you more faith. He didn't even answer that request. This is what Jesus said. They said, Lord, give us more faith. Jesus said, if you had faith as a grain of mustard seed, you would say. Now watch this. I have faith, you have faith. Romans 12, I believe verse 3 says God has dealt to every man the measure of faith. In the book of Romans, in the first chapter, I believe it's verse 12 says that to the saints that be at Rome. So you have the gift of faith. I have the gift of faith. That's what the Bible tells us. We don't have to ask the Lord for more faith. And the disciples said, Lord, increase our faith or give us more faith so that we can do more things. Well, the Bible tells us that me and you are supposed to do the same things that Jesus did. But I want you to get this today. When they said, Lord, give us more faith, he didn't say, woohoo, blah, 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 there's your faith. He said, use what you got. And you use what you got by saying. Now, faith comes by hearing, hearing by the word of God. You know that. Romans 10:17. So if you've been hearing the word, which you have for a couple of years on this program alone, then faith is present. It's there. Well, then Jesus didn't say, I'll give you more of it. He said, start using what you have by saying. And then he said something so powerful. He said, if you had faith as a grain of mustard seed. Now, if you've been in church long, you've seen those little trinket-like things with a mustard seed grain, little bitty tiny seed that you can hardly see. But yet Jesus said when it grows up, it becomes a great tree. So you don't have to have a whole lot of faith. Somebody said, I wished I had the faith that, Pastor Frank's got, or I wished I had the faith that Kenneth Hagin had. You got the same kind of faith, and bless God, it's the God kind of faith. It's God's faith. I got to close this today by saying this to you. God is not just interested in you having faith in him. He's also interested in having his faith in you. Now, I'm going to say that again. God's not just interested in you having faith in him. He's interested in you having his faith in you. And I got to go. Jesus is Lord. Thank God the word works.